Everybody, it's Friday and I've got a couple of journals to show you today. And the first one measures 7 1/4 by, looks like 5. And on the cover, I've got a bunch of different fabrics. I put a nice pretty layer of lace over a piece of white fabric. And I added part of I have absolutely no, this was the last piece that I have of it that I could find. So I don't know where it came from, but I put it on here and I put some of the fuzzies with a pretty coffee dyed rosette and 2 little pieces of bling. This is a image of a lady reading a letter, which I thought was really pretty. Her necklace is so pretty and her earrings. And then up here, I've got some laces and some sari silk and another little dark coffee dyed paper. And going inside, let's see what we got. I used, I have some graphics that I made, and I put these in my Etsy shop recently, and it's the real pretty heirloom roses with the vintage people. The vintage people. And here I've got a burlap pocket with some swirls. And on the inside, I made this little doodad. I have been making a whole bunch of masks. And I have a bunch of corners left over from the fabric. And I thought, okay. So I attached them on here. And then I put some crinkly paper that's been heavily coffee dyed. And put that on top. And then tucked in a little card for journaling. But it definitely will hold more. You know, they're kind of full. And then on the inside, you've got a tuck spot here and an extra place to put an image or whatever you like on a book page. This was an old cookbook that I got in a estate sale. And then you have a pocket back here. So it's a great place for some storage. I also added a couple of little coffee dyed and parchment paper just for a little extra something if you need it. And a little heart clip, little heart paper clip. Over here I've got a little bit of sari silk and a little piece of crocheted doily, and I stitched it in a dark brown. Got some lines here for writing. Little mini pocket over here with a couple of little cards. With the pretty roses in the background. Seam binding bow, some laces. I don't know what that stuff is. I guess it's just netting. But I got some of that, so I used it. You know, we're having to use everything in our stash. I mean, you can go to Joann's and order online and go and pick it up. But the lines are just unbelievable, you know, for the cars that are stacked along the way. So, you know, I know all of us are using every bit of stash we got. It does pay to hoard, as y'all know, that make the journals. This is a piece of heavily coffee-stained seam binding with a little rosette. I've always liked this image. It's a page of a bookstore, image of a bookstore. Got some lined paper here, some different cloths and cheesecloth, and but it's a pocket, and I put one of these little puffy cards I like to make. I made some more of those. Over here is another little pocket with a seam binding flower and some lace and some fuzzies. I guess you call it eyelash fabric. I don't know. But I call it fuzzies. Over here is a tuck spot. This is a tuck spot here. And, of course, it gives you additional writing. And then I put a card there, coffee dye card. This is some of the grass cloth. Had a brain lapse there. Grass cloth was, and I attached some lace to it. I like it because you can see through it. Nice pretty image there for pretty. Bunch of different fabrics and some seam binding and the leaf stitching. And this is some extra pages to write on with the lined paper in the back. Pretty image here, a little bow and part of a crochet something. I'm having issues remembering. I've cut up so much that I can't remember where some of it comes from. Some different fabrics here and a pretty image. And this is lined, and then you have a little postcard. You could put a little something in there. Some seam binding here with the lined paper. This is a tea shop, image of a tea shop. I would write right over that. I would just go to town. Or it'd be pretty to put an image here, whatever you like. I just print those images out on my computer just like I do for these, you know, when it's something that I want to add to my journal. And just put it in there. 2 cards in this pocket with a little stamp and some cheesecloth, little mini ruffle, different fabrics here. Another little pocket here. They're outside having tea, but what I really like is that dog sitting there. It's just like the whole family, mom, dad, the son, and the dog. Just so cute. More stitching. Now, I left the threads. Y'all know I do that. And see, I'd write right over that. I put in a whole bunch of extra. You'll see, I know you've seen them as I've been going, but I left them blank for writing. Pretty image there. I love her dress. I don't see how they wore those dresses. They had to have been constricting. Some extra cards here for writing. Another pocket here with the rosettes and some cheesecloth and a little birdie, and I put a card in there. And I just covered it. It's a book page cover with I use washi tape on the spine so it will stay, and put some of this crinkly paper over it. Crinkly paper. More writing. Love the horse and buggy. Little mini tuck spot with a little card, and then a nice place for writing back there. More grass cloth with the lace. Another tuck spot here. And this lifts up for writing. And this is it here down. It's there for pretty. I love this lace. Pretty image. Pocket back here with a pearl and some cheesecloth and some lace. And then I added a little card in there. Part of a crocheted doily and some fabrics. And more seam binding up here. I just love this one too. Her mother is just smiling, and she's got the grumpiest look on her face, and it's so cute. Probably didn't want her picture taken that day. Little mini pocket here with a butterfly, and then I added a couple of tags and a card. And the back is the same as the front with the swirled burlap, and then I put in one of these envelopes that you can use for storage, and I added. Oh, I thought they were going to break into it and scare somebody. I put some laces here and a postcard, and then I added some additional. This has got some lined paper in it, a little stamped card, a little opening thingy, booklet mini thing. But you can put, you know, store your pictures in there, whatever you like. And then it tucks back down in here. And it's been inked up. And there's the back again. And there's the front. I want to thank y'all so much for being here with me this Friday. Hope everybody's doing okay and staying safe, and I'll see you very shortly in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.